Now, one of y'all have been trying to get on this show for like forever. We all know it's you, Granny.
Really? You
We all
say
know.
this out loud in front of
We all know. We all
Okay.
know it's you. We
Okay,
all,
yeah.
we all know it is you.
So why did you wait so long?
I don't know.
Okay.
I just wanted to tell all my viewers.
Okay. That's fine.
Keep your temper.
I will. I'll keep it.
95.9 FM WOBU Burton Bell Car Community Radio. It's your favorite little DJ, DJ Lily Jade from the Lily Jade Show. I'm your host, DJ Lily Jade. And today I have two special ladies. A little something for Women's History Month. And the great thing about it is that they can boss around my parents. Ladies and gentlemen, my two grandmothers, Angela Hand and Pamela Goodwin. Welcome to the Lily Jade Show.
Hello. Hi.
Thank you.
Like I said before, you've been trying to get on the show forever, Granny.
I accomplished it. I can go now.
You can't go yet. We still have some questions for you.
Okay. I didn't do any homework.
Here's an easy question. Where are both of you from?
Cleveland, of course.
Cleveland.
Cleveland. The Cleveland roots.
Right.
So, Granny, you went to Eastern Tech High.
Oh, East High.
East High. Well, yeah, East
Yeah.
High. And also, you ran track and field. Can you tell us a quick story about that?
Oh, that was 100 years ago. If I can jar my memory. There was a lot of running. I did a lot of running.
Did you find out you had asthma when you
No, I didn't.
Oh,
You want to know? Well, asthma came after birth of your dad. I was perfectly fine, and then he caused it. But that's another story.
yeah, of course he caused it.
Yeah.
That's obvious.
Yeah. So, running track was really eventful. I don't think that there was a race that I did not compete in. If I won them all, that's something different, but I did do it. A funny story is we were running a relay race, and we've never dropped a baton before.
Really?
Yeah. I was the anchor leg, and the person was bringing the baton to me. We dropped it, and we didn't know what to do. Well, we were so far ahead, if we would have just picked it up and ran, we would have won the race.
But of course you stand there.
We both stood there. What to do?
Panicking.
I don't know.
You could have just picked it up and just started running.
So we didn't win that race, but that was kind of funny. We still laugh about it today. So I know. I wish you were there to tell me to pick it up because we didn't know what to do.
If I was there, I'd be screaming, "Pick it up! Pick it up!"
We didn't know what to do. I know. Some things never change.
Mama,
Yeah.
you went to Cleveland Heights High School.
Tigers, yes.
Woo-hoo. And you know I just went there for a DJ gig for their basketball game.
Yeah.
And also, you played the flute in the band. Do you remember songs you used to play on the flute?
Nope. They were all classical music. I had a little pop book, and whatever was out back then, like the theme from Love Story, stuff you wouldn't know. Color My World by Chicago.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like pop music back in the 70s.
Do you remember what your favorite song was when you were my age?
Do I remember?
That goes for both of
anything
you.
Motown. For me, anything Motown. I was a Motown
Just
fan.
Motown?
Yep.
What about you, Granny?
I was thinking about that. I was about to say Motown because there was. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know about Motown. There was really nothing much we could do. I was a little girl. I couldn't listen to much.
So both Motown?
Yeah.
Okay. Mama, you've been a teacher for 30 years. What schools did you teach at? Now you teach over by Granny's old neighborhood.
Yeah. I started in Cleveland back in '93. I was at Anton Gradina, right across the street. And I was at Joseph Landis off 105 in Superior. And now Mary B. Martin. Shout out to Mary B. Martin. Huff.
Granny, tell us a little bit about Huff.
Oh, a little bit about Huff. Well, I grew up on a street by the name of Quimby Avenue. And there was a bunch of children there. There was a lot of row houses, and there were kids. And I met your granddad. A big community of people. Something like we don't see very often now.
I remember your old house. It was over there in Huff.
Oh, when I lived on Linwood, the last apartment
Linwood,
that I was
the last
in.
apartment you were in.
Yeah, but I lived like 2 streets over when I was a kid, when I was your age.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I lived there from the time I was 4 years old until 1985.
Teacher stories. So I heard you camped out one time to see Denzel Washington when he filmed a movie here by your school and even took your class like a scene out of our Abbott Elementary. So, what's that story about?
Oh. So they were filming Antoine Fisher. I was working at Joseph F. Landis on 105 and Superior. Denzel Washington was the director. I had to see Denzel. So we had to do some walking field trips that day. We had to do some nature hikes.
Walking field trips?
Yes.
Nature hikes? In the middle of the school?
And we got to see film production.
Can I take a break?
That was a good field trip. I wish I was there. I wish you need a chaperone. I would like to have gone and helped you out with that walk of nature.
Did they see Denzel Washington?
No, because he was in and out, and like they had barriers around where they were filming, so you could only go so close to the house. So I think like in the evening when I was there camping out, I think I took I saw a glimpse of him.
Did you camp out just so you could see him?
Well, let's just say after work I would detour to over to the site, and I wouldn't get home till like a little later just to try to get a glimpse.
Really?
Of Denzel.
Really? You camped out just to get a glimpse of Denzel Washington?
Yes.
Mama, that is a wonderful story.
Mama, get it together.
Yes, that's a wonderful story.
If you're just now joining me, I'm with the 2 people that get to boss my parents around. My grandmothers, Angela Hand and Pamela Goodwin. Both you and Granny raised 2 kids while working busy jobs. Granny, you raised 2 boys. Mama, you raised 2 girls, one of them being special needs. Was it hard to do both?
Work and raise the children. You had challenges, but we managed. I juggled both, being a mom and being a full-time teacher. Had lots of support from family and friends.
Granny, same thing for you.
Yes, it had its challenges, but one being special needs.
Really? Well, yeah, that's true. He needed attention. He needed attention.
He needed special attention. And so but I had a lot of support because all of my family and his extended family all kind of lived with each other, around each other, and so I had all the support that I needed.
Let's take a break. We will return when we hear more from my grandparents. Welcome back to the Lily Jade Show on 95.9 FM WOVU. I'm your host, DJ Lily Jade, and it's Women's History Month. And we're here with both my grandmothers, Angela Hand and Pamela Goodwin.
We're back.
Yeah.
We're back, and we're still waiting to boss your parents.
Granny,
Yes?
I heard you say Uber has always existed, but it just didn't have a name. Because you used to use it when you went to the grocery shopping back in the day.
Yep.
Tell us about that.
It was called a jitney. That's, the word is funny. It was a jitney. And what it was like the older gentleman who had retired. And they would sit at the grocery stores. And of course, because we used to go to Dave's Supermarket when it was on Payne. Before they put it here at the Mid-Center. What is it called? Midtown.
Post gentrification.
Yes.
It's okay.
Post
And I'm
gentrification.
special English.
That's special, yeah. I recognize it
All right.
in you. And so, so they had a jitney. And so we would go to the store and he would sit out there and wait and we would pay him and he would bring our groceries home to us. And so because we would catch the bus.
So you had somebody that would bring groceries home for you, but you still had to catch the bus?
I would have to catch the bus there. Because he didn't know. He didn't know who was coming to the store. He was just available for whomever needed a ride home. So they would kind of sit out there like taxis
Did
and
you
wait.
need a ride home?
I would get a ride home. He would take me home.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What a stranger. Don't you ever do that.
Right.
That makes sense.
Right.
No.
I just told her what to do.
You're not
I had
making
a
sense.
band.
You're not making sense to me once.
Tell me what part you don't understand.
All of it. All of it.
What, you want me to try it again?
All of it.
Want me to
No,
say it again?
No.
You need to understand this. You need to understand this.
Okay.
There's a young gentleman, let's say, like Mr. Dave, just retired, and they're kind of elder. And so they
He
sit.
is elder.
Okay, thank you. And so he sits out. He sits out in front of the grocery stores, just like Mama used to watch to see Denzel, just like taking a chance that somebody might come out. And here I come with two little boys and a cart full of groceries, and I need a ride home. And so I would ask him, "Can he take me?" And he'll tell me how much it costs, and he would take me home with my groceries.
What about the two boys?
They would be with me sometimes, or they would be with their granny. They have another granny.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay, you sure? We'll talk about it later.
We'll talk about it
Over
later.
some cheese toast.
Okay. Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Grady, how old were you? How old were you when you finally got your driver's license?
I was. Your dad told you to ask this question, didn't he?
Yes.
Can y'all edit this out? I was actually 33. I'm 35 now. I was 33. I was 33 years old. I didn't have a need to drive a car.
You're not 35. You're not 35.
Okay,
We all know you're not 35.
Oh, okay. That's enough.
Because
I'm still.
my dad's older than you.
That can happen.
If he's 38,
He's adopted.
he's
Stop
not.
it. Lily, no. So,
Stop playing
I
with
was
me.
actually 33 years old when I got my driver's license. I didn't have to drive. It was a long story, but I'm not going to air it why I got started to drive.
We'll cut that bit out.
I'm not going to tell you.
But we're still going to cut that bit out.
Okay.
We're going to cut it out.
What, that I'm 33? That I was 33?
Yes, we're going to cut that bit out. Just tell us the story.
No, that's the part that we're not going to cut.
Cut that story.
Yeah. So, no, I started to drive when I was 33. I got my driver's license when I was 30. I bought my first house and got a car all in the same year.
Okay.
So I think I did great.
You have some good memories of my parents. I heard he embarrassed you at Murtis Taylor when he was Lena's age.
Yeah, he did. He could. He was always my special child. And he could talk before he should have to.
I'm embarrassed to be his daughter.
Don't be embarrassed. Don't be embarrassed. It's a good thing. He's not the worst dad. He was just the worst
You
toddler.
really had to say it in front of him.
He's a good dad. He's a great dad. All
Yeah,
those
he is.
beatings he
He is.
understood. So we went and he was actually getting a checkup at the clinic. And so of course part of the questions from the nurse, any broken bones? Is he having any trouble sleeping? Does anybody smoke in the house? And I said, no. He says, yes, my daddy.
What?
My daddy smokes.
Really?
My daddy
Really?
drinks beer. And my daddy watched football. And she said, luckily, Miss Goodwin, I like you, and this will not go on this chart. Yeah, he did that. He sure did. But he was proud of his dad. He loved his dad, and he just wanted everybody to know, Mommy, you're not telling the truth. Daddy. Yeah, so he told that. So don't do anything in front of your dad. He's going to tell. He's
Okay.
going to tell it.
Yeah, he can't hold a secret.
Yep, he's going to tell it.
Hey, Mama, do you have any funny stories about your two, any one of your two children? Do you have any funny stories about my mom or Auntie Monty?
Do I have any funny stories when they were little? I don't know.
Now you think you should share on it on air?
That I can share on air.
We would cut it out if you said it. Oh!
Do I have any funny stories?
Ask your mom.
Mommy, do you have any funny stories about when you were younger?
I don't think so.
Oh.
That was a good answer.
Yeah.
What you doing?
What are you doing
Don't
right?
tell her what you doing.
Well, I'm right.
Recording?
Yeah.
Yes, you're on the air.
Oh, okay.
We're trying to come up with funny stories.
Yeah,
She don't
we're
know what
talking
she
about
can
funny
say.
stories.
Your mom is here protecting you and don't want to tell the truth. That's what she's doing.
Even though,
Well behaved.
even
She said she was well behaved.
even though Granny just ratted Daddy out all the way.
Oh no, I was a pretty well behaved kid. I didn't explore.
By her recollection.
Is that true, Mama?
Well, I have to confirm.
Alright, thanks. Mama,
Yes.
you will be retiring from teaching soon, and you have a transportation and company coming up you're running. Can you tell me about that?
Yes, it's going to be in memoriam of Imani J. Hand, my youngest daughter, because she was non-ambulatory in a wheelchair. So I was able to have a van for her. So I would like to utilize the van to transport other people who are non-ambulatory as well as ambulatory, clients to and from appointments, school, wherever.
So, you would sort of be like transportation company.
Or a jitney.
You had to pull up the... I don't even want to say it. So tell me about the Woolworth place y'all both used to shop at.
Woolworths?
Woolworth?
Oh,
Wow.
yeah. Well, I worked at Woolworths on Shaker Square, but
Oh,
I
it
used
was
to
one
shop
there.
at Woolworths at Severance. Yeah, and they used to have like a fountain and everything. I used to go eat with my friends. But yeah, I worked at Woolworths on Shaker Square, but didn't have a fountain. Didn't have a little restaurant.
Wow. Yeah, it was like on East 4th Street downtown. Like between 4th and 6th, because you could go in on 6th Street and come out on 4th Street. And then they had a little place, a dining area where you could eat. Had the best hot dogs ever. We used to go in
I
here.
bet they
But
did.
they would sell things, all kinds of appliances, some clothing, things you could never find anywhere else. You know, it's like
Really?
those knickknacks that you don't know that you need it, but you say, "Oh, I need this." That's what it was. It was that kind of place, but it was pretty cool.
Let's take a break. We'll be right back with my grandparents. Welcome back to the Lily J Show on 95.9 FM WLVU. Now listen, Granny.
I'm listening.
I heard that when you were pregnant, you used to ride a bike downtown to get some pizza.
Oh, questions. Because of course I didn't have a car because I didn't start driving until I was 33. What is going on with these questions? That is true. So I was very athletic, and being pregnant didn't stop me. So
Well, yeah, you did run track, so
and I wanted pizza, and I didn't have a car, and I rode my bike.
wait, was
to
Daddy
Roswell
born
Hospital.
when that happened?
No, he was in my belly.
Then how did he know about that?
Because somebody took that story and told you about it. I don't know who that could have been. Who told you the story? Who? Tell us.
Him.
Okay.
But somebody had to tell me.
I did. I used to ride the bike downtown to the Rascal House and get pizza.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You used to ride a bike
I
down.
used to ride a bike. Tell these young girls being pregnant is not a handicap. You can still go to work.
Mama, music question. Do you both have a song or artist that describes the story of your life?
Yeah.
Talk. I'm not letting this slide.
Mine is The Greatest Love of All by Whitney Houston, and I'm Every Woman, Chaka Khan, and Good Times by the Jacksons.
What about you, Granny?
Well, I don't know if it describes my life, but I guess it's the music that I listen to, so I guess it could kind of find a place there. I love Tina Marie, of course, you know that.
Ooh.
I would sing it for you, but I don't want to take your job.
Sing it.
No,
sing
no,
it.
no.
Sing it. They don't care about singing.
No, what is it? Deja Vu. And,
By who?
Tina Marie.
Oh.
And, I don't know, all of her songs. Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yeah.
Great choice.
Anything, Babyface, The Deal. After 7, whatever. I think they were all just speaking to me when they were writing those songs. That was my life. At least that's how I see it. In my mind.
So when I went to the AKA Great Lakes Regional Conference downtown last weekend, they kept using the word legacy. So I had to look it up, and it means the long-lasting impact of particular events, actions, etc. that took place in the past or of a person's life. I thought about you both because technically, me and Lena are your family's legacy. Did you think you'd have me and Lena as your grandkids? You did it!
No, your mother always said she didn't ever want to have kids, truthfully.
Oh, get her back on the phone. I got something to say to her. Ooh,
Didn't know that little bit.
that just makes me mad.
Mommy left that part out too.
She left that part
Thank you, Mama.
out.
Well, I didn't imagine, like,
Did you think you were gonna have 2 divas?
well, I knew whatever my grandchildren would be, they would be awesome grandchildren.
You already knew
I knew that I was going to love them to death, and
You
it was going to
already
have
knew.
tons of personality because I was going to make sure that.
You
them
already
to you.
do have a ton of
I
personality.
know, and I love it so much. And so, yes, I did. I didn't think your father wanted to have children because he wouldn't stop playing basketball long enough. But he never said he didn't, and I never asked. I never asked him if he wanted to or not. But I think I'm happy for all 3 of my grandchildren. They're all yes.
Oh yeah,
you forgot.
I was forgetting about what.
Oh no, we can't forget about
I thought
him.
you were just talking about.
He's bigger than all of us. We can't forget about him.
We
Jalen.
cannot.
Yeah. So I think I have 3 awesome grandchildren. I'm really proud of them.
If you're just now joining me, I'm here with my 2 grandmothers, Angela Hand and Pamela Goodwin.
Yay!
What's something kids have today that you wish that you had when you were kids?
A cell phone.
I already knew that was coming up. I can see that in your
Cell
eyes.
phone and a computer.
Right, me too. iPad.
Yeah. And Google. I would have been real smart if I had Google on the computer. Man.
Alexa.
Alexa,
yeah.
the number 1 AI.
Had a rotary dial phone.
Francis Lane.
How do you live in Ohio all this time and be a Ohio State hater?
Who's that question to?
Oh, Yeah, she's calling us out now.
I'm not
She's calling me out.
Mama,
Well,
you lived in Cleveland all your life, and you're an Ohio State hater. What is wrong with you?
I'm not an Ohio State hater. I just, if Michigan is first, Ohio State is second. So I like Michigan because, like, every summer I have, like, you know, people used to go down south. Like, your friends might say, I'm going down south for the summer. Well, I used to go to Detroit.
Oh.
I used to
That's
I
why you went.
my age in Detroit, and they used to ship me off to Detroit. So I'll go to Detroit all summer, and everybody else is going down south.
Ah,
Okay.
And so I just kind of like that. When I, it was fun. I would hang out in Detroit all summer, and then I would come home. So that's why I went to my undergrad. Went to school in Michigan, and that's how I got to like Michigan, just hanging out.
so you liked Michigan? I can't say it. Michigan. I don't care.
Michigan.
Michigan. Just because people like to go hang out in it for the summer.
Because I used to hang out in the state of Michigan, and I had lots of fun in Michigan.
So that's
And so
the
I
only reason
decided I
why.
wanted to go to school in Michigan, and I went to Eastern Michigan in Ypsilanti, which is down the street from Ann Arbor, and I used to hang out in Ann Arbor all the time.
Tell us about that.
About
Michigan.
About Eastern Michigan. Oh yeah, Eastern Michigan is where I got my undergrad, my degree in special education. It was educational and fun times. Like I said, it was close enough to Detroit, where we used to go back and forth to Detroit. Close enough to Ann Arbor. I used to go to Michigan, U of M, all the time on the weekends. So it was a cool experience.
So you loved it.
Yeah, it was a good experience.
How important is legacy or history?
Legacy and history is very important. Is that people know who they are, where they came from, and
Yes.
to know where they're going.
I agree.
Okay. Thanks for coming on my show today.
Okay, next time can I?
We'll get you that box next time.
Yeah.
Just be patient. We'll get you that box. Be patient. We'll get you that box.
Okay. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining my show today. And before you say anything about those shoe boxes, we're gonna get you them. Okay? We're gonna get you them.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll hold you to that.
We're retiring. So
We'll
we don't have so
contact
much
you.
money.
You're not retired yet. You almost are.
Right.
You work from home. So
Okay. Still want my box. I'm still.
we're still getting you that box.
All right. Okay.
You know.
All right. I believe you.
Thanks for joining me
And
today.
thanks for having me.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You've
Bye.
been trying to get on the show ever since we started it.
And I'm here looking. Mama, I made it.
And Mama made it with you.
Mama, I made it. I'm on the Lily J show.
Yeah.
All right.